Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United and Leeds fans. What a frustrating time. It's now 6 without a win for Leeds. Another defeat for our lads at Ellen Road on Sunday afternoon against Arsenal at the hands of the league leaders in imperious form, weren't they, coming into this one? Only one defeat in their whole season in all competitions, and Leeds went toe to toe with them. Really, we'll jump straight into it. From the first minutes, we had chances. Obviously, their Sinistera, he flashed one just in the side netting. Many in the ground thought it was in. But overall, Leeds United dominated this game. You wouldn't have thought that the away team or the team in the top of the end of the table, in the top of the table, the way Arsenal just seemed to. Arsenal weren't at the races. Whether that was because we were so good or whether it was because Arsenal were just having an off day, either way, they still got the points. It was full of incident, wasn't it, this game, to be fair? Absolutely full of it. But yeah, early on, we did well. I don't know what on earth Rodrigo is doing for the goal. I mean, let's just dive straight into that one. I really don't know. Strange decision from him. I don't know if he looked at the ball or not, but he just seemed to swing it straight towards Strauch. It was a bit too high for him. He couldn't quite get there. Odegaard puts it in for Saka. It's a wonderful finish, to be fair, from Saka, who, again, continues this really good start of the season. I know he's at the Ballon d'Or tonight, as it were, but I don't think he's anywhere near, obviously, winning in it, but I see he's there. Great finish, high into the top of the goal. Melee, nothing he can do. But yeah, there was definitely things that could have been avoided if Rodrigo had just played it anywhere else. I don't know what on earth he's trying to do with that. Who knows? Only he will know. I know he did put out something on Instagram just saying how apologetic he was of the bad decision he made. And, obviously he will learn. He said on to the next one. It's a massive game, isn't it, against Leicester on Thursday evening. It's just huge. Obviously, I'll be looking towards that maybe tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. Let's just wait and see. But it's a big game for Leeds United, this one. I don't think it comes any bigger, really, for Jesse Marsh and his lads. Obviously, there, Jesse's so frustrated because, for large parts of the game we played well. And yeah, probably should have won it. I mean, we'll get on to it shortly, but we should have won this game. Really, Arsenal weren't at it. Whether that was because we were playing so well, who knows? But the intentions were there from Leeds, weren't they? I mean, what I would say about that man on the screen, Patrick Bamford. Now, perhaps it'll be a bit of a rant now from here on in. But why on earth is Patrick Bamford anywhere near the team? Obviously, he misses that penalty. We'll talk about the goal as well, which wasn't given. It was a ridiculous decision. A little hand on the back from Paddy and Gabriel, who was at the forefront of all of this, really, as the game wore on into the second half. There's nothing to that. There's absolutely nothing to that. It should have been a goal really early in the second half. Would have really given us that springboard. I think we'd have probably gone on to win it. Obviously, comes the handball midway through the second half, and Bamford steps up. And I just thought, no, I know, obviously we've got a penalty, great, please don't give it to Bamford. What does he do? He gives it to Bamford. I know Rodrigo wasn't on the pitch, Click wasn't on the pitch, which probably would have been the two you would say would take it in other circumstances. Bamford on the pitch, what does he do? Puts it well wide, and then we're pushing in the last minute. I mean, look at that on the still of this image here. Gabriel, his legs are up. He seems to be... From that angle, it looks a bit of a foul, doesn't it? But what you saw before then, a little bit of a push, wasn't it, from Bamford? You know, this was just stupid, wasn't it, really? And it gave the crowd in the stadium, and obviously everybody watching it at home or wherever they were watching it, let me know in the comments where you were watching it and how crazy you went when this decision was overturned, because there was a lot of incident in this game. But yeah, it gave the crowd and everybody else false hope. The referee was disaster, just lost control of it. Argy Bargy on the pitch, obviously Holding is trying to be peacemaker there. It was stupid. Was it Chris Cavara? Not Chris Kamara, obviously. Chris Kavanagh was the referee, wasn't he? He just lost control of it. Obviously gives Gabriel the red card. He points to the spot, and we're thinking, great. Obviously then it's overturned, and like I said, it gave the crowd false hope that something was going to happen, even though probably Paddy Bamford would have missed it anyway. And again, why is Willie Nonto not even involved in the squad? He's an Italian international player. Why are we picking players like Bamford? I just cannot stand Bamford, if I'm honest. I can't stand him. I know you could argue, yes, he played well and he pressed well, but he missed a lot of chances. He missed the penalty. Everything else, look, Rodrigo's not firing. He made an error for their goal, yes, but it's 12 yards out, isn't it? You've got to hit the spot. You've got to hit the target. You just have to. And Bamford, for me, yeah, I just can't stand him. I would rather Nonto in there. Obviously, the club messed up, and they should have got a senior striker in the summer. Hopefully, that will be addressed in January. Obviously, we can see there the red card is rescinded and marked down to a yellow. There's the Arsenal players celebrating after the game, and like I said, they weren't very good, but such was their luck and their form at the moment. They hold on and win the game 1-0, and it's Leicester City at the King Power Stadium up next for Leeds United. Well, if we don't win, you know what, I think Jesse Marsch is in danger of losing his job. I mean, it sounds crazy, but that would be 7 games without a win. It's unthinkable, really. We have to get something. We have to get something out of this game, surely. You know, Leicester on terrible form, but so are we. And yeah, we played well and deserved more, but at the end of the day, we didn't get anything. And you've got to put away your chances, golden chances like penalties. They have to be put in the net. There's no excuses. And like I said, Bamford, and it was a strange decision for me to pick Bamford to take that penalty in the end. I felt really it should have been somebody else on, taking the spot kick. But you just knew he was going to miss, didn't you? And it just didn't go. It just didn't go our way, did it? The game. Lovely goal from Saka. Full of incident. On another day, maybe we'd have, got the decisions. That goal is the worst one. I mean, it's a little push. Football's a contact sport, is it not? It gives him a little sort of I'm here in the back of in his back. That's what strikers are supposed to do. And I know I'm bad mouthing Paddy there for most of this video, but he did what he did what strikers do. Just nudge the defender out of the way. Fair enough. Put the ball in the net. Nothing wrong with it. Would have given us the impetus to go on and probably win that game the way the game was going. As it is, we end up losing. It's back-to-back defeats, no wins in 6. Let me know, where do Leeds United go from here? Leicester City on Thursday. It's a massive, massive game. Let's see what happens, but come on Leeds, give us a win, please. Thanks very much for watching. and listening. Let me know your thoughts on this game in the comments below there. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Let's hope for better on Thursday, marching on to